detail, and thank you for stopping by to see my video. Today I'm going to make a stunning rose bouquet, and it's inspired by Valentine's Day, which is going to be a couple days after I make this video and record from now on. But just to preface, this is not a strict tutorial. This is a craft with me so we can get creative together. Grab some snacks, have your latest project, and let's talk together. I'm super excited to make this. I don't know if you can tell. If you're excited too, like the video. And without further ado, let's get crafting together. I have some ingredients for making this rose bouquet craft. So first off, some shears. It came with a kit that my boyfriend's mom gave to me last Christmas. It's so cool. It reminds me of like in Minecraft when you would like shear the sheep. So I find it really cool. I use it. You can also use scissors. I have some handy dandy floral wire and some skewers. And you're like, what kind of skewers? The kind you eat with. You know, like the chicken skewers, or like you put some barbecue or vegetables on it and then you grill it. Same skewers, dual purpose. Okay. I have a crochet hook. Size 5, I have some yarn. Forest green yarn, ruby red yarn. It looks darker in person, but it's just such a deep, beautiful rose red. I think it's just gonna look amazing. Stitch markers, and I don't have it on hand with me right now. I'm going to grab a tapestry needle because a lot of it is you have to sew it together. And then aside from that, I will be pulling these out later, but you'll also need like a hot glue gun and like some hot glue sticks. So those are the materials for the roses, and let's get to making it. For the petals, I'm gonna use this ruby red, and together we're gonna chain a very long chain. A chain is basically where you wrap it around and then you pull through a slip knot, and then you just keep doing that over and over again. This is a really long chain that I made. You can adjust it based on how many petals you want surrounding the flower. I've noticed that this amount has been really good, where it's like a nice full flower, but it doesn't overpower. And the second step is we're gonna make a grid-like pattern using this. So how does this work? We're going to skip 3 chains, and then we'll do a double crochet. Afterwards, you do a chain 1, and then right below, you skip a stitch, make sure they line up, and then you do it in the next one after. Now, if you don't know crochet terminology, it's okay, I'm just happy you're along with me making it, and if you're interested in learning, let me know down below, and then I can work something out. And you see how it makes like this hole in between the red? It makes a beautiful grid pattern. You see how it continues? I'll meet you back when I'm all done doing the entire row. This is the grid-like pattern when it's done. Now, I'm at the end of the chain, making like the grid. If you did an even amount for the chain, it should end up being fine. But if you did an odd amount, you'll just have to add an extra double crochet at the end. So this is the base of the flower petals. That way, when you wrap it up, this thing wraps up neatly and you can sew in between the holes. So the next step on the third layer is to do a slip stitch on the end to move it over. And then we're gonna crochet into these gaps, into the gaps of the film roll. Right here, and here, and here. We're going to wrap the yarn around twice. This is called, in English terminology, like a triple crochet, but I've also heard people call it a treble crochet. I don't really have a stance on it because I use both. I don't know, some people use exclusively one or the other, but we're going to do a treble crochet into the gap. Afterwards, you have to do 5 more into the same gap. Okay, now we have half of a single petal. Now here's the fluffy detail twist. You know how like those roses, when they wrap around, they have like a little point to each petal. That's what I would like to incorporate into my own rose pattern. So here's how we do it. There's a name for it, but I don't remember what it's called. You chain 3 and into the stitch that started the chain 3, you do a slip stitch. And then you do 5 more treble into the next stitch, or triple crochet. Do you guys see how this is looking similar to a single rose petal? The next gap, the next film roll, as I like to call it, you do a slip stitch. Now we're going to repeat this pattern all the way down. Look at that! I have all of the petals done. Oops. When I let go, it just naturally curls on its own like a curly fry. Wrap from one side out, and as you wrap it, you let the petals go higher and higher. And what I like to do is have the points in between 2 of the other petals, like that. Ah, so pretty! Let's make the stem. I get the floral wire. It's about like a foot tall. I twist just a tiny tip. I put my finger between and I wrap the wire around it. Then I twist a couple times. And pull it up. Then I pull it through here. Pull up and then down. And I think the rose leaves look kind of similar to this. They're more jagged around. The leaves kind of stick out around the middle. Around. Be careful, the skewer's a little pointy. We'll tilt the leaves up to be like that. Perfect. A hot glue gun, I have to turn it on first. Oh, it's taking a bit, so while that heats up, let's be productive. A slip stitch. I put the skewer through the hole. I'm gonna have to hot glue the base of both the stem and the slip stitch yarn. For you guys at home, be very careful with the hot glue gun. If you're young, make sure you have like parental consent to use this, you know. Put like some hot glue on there, and then I pull it down before it hardens and pull it up, wrap around. So like an inch hot glue strip, wrap around before it melts. The stem is done. Just stick the skewer on top. Hot glue and pinch. Be careful with this though, because it's very hot. I finished the 12 roses. Alright, so for these tissue papers, we have to make several of them, and the amount you make depends on how many roses you want to put in your bouquet. And this forms like the beautiful peak of the bouquet. Crafting. Here are all of the roses. Be careful, don't poke yourself when you do this. So you fluff them out. The main thing is you just want the peaks and the valleys to show. So you see the peaks here, right? You want the pointy part to show. You grab some double-sided tape, or if you don't have that, you can use single-sided and just wrap it around. I have shears because I find them more fun. Wrap it around the center here and close it off. I'm using a gold ribbon. I got it from the Dollar Tree. Oh, I'm going to double knot it before I make it look pretty on top. I'm going to cut off the excess here and follow around the same height as the rest of them. And now for the bow to make it look nice. After the double knot, you tie a bow. Ta-da! Valentine's Day flowers. I had a lot of fun. I don't know about you. If you had a lot of fun, please subscribe so this isn't the last time that we craft together. Now, if you want to order like rose bouquets or anything custom for your vision, I'm going to put my shop like link down below where you can request a custom, like your exact vision. But I'll see you in the next craft video. Thank you so much and have a good day or night.